My dad never told any of us he was sick, but the last year of his life he was quietly writing our names in a notebook, not as a memory, as a record. I am the only girl in my family, 2 older brothers, and growing up I was always the one people called too sensitive, too much, always noticing things nobody else thought mattered. Turns out that wasn't a flaw. About a year before he died, my dad started asking for small things, not big favors, small ones, the kind that only take an hour, maybe 2, the kind where you either show up or you don't. He called my older brother one Saturday, asked if he could come help move some boxes out of the basement. My brother said he had a work thing, never came. He called my other brother a few weeks later, asked if someone could drive my mom to her eye appointment. Just a ride. My brother said he would check his schedule. My mom took a cab. Then he called me, asked if I could come sit with my mom for a few hours. Of course I said yes. When I got there, my dad never actually left. He stayed upstairs the whole time. I thought it was strange. I didn't ask, and that is just how it went. Over the next several months, he kept asking. A grocery run here, a dinner there, just stop by, he would say. My brothers almost always had a reason they couldn't make it. One of them texted me once, can you just cover for me this time? I didn't respond. I started showing up without being asked, dropping off food, helping my mom sort through paperwork, sitting with her, watching whatever she had on. One night, my dad and I were sitting out back after dinner. My mom had gone inside, and out of nowhere he asked me something. If I wasn't around someday, do you really think they would look after your mom? I laughed, told him he was being dramatic. Of course they would. We are family. He nodded, didn't say anything else. I should have understood what he was really asking. About 6 months later, my mom slept in the kitchen and hurt her ankle. My dad called both my brothers that day. One had back-to-back meetings all week. The other said he would try to make it out by the weekend. I packed a bag that night and stayed for almost 2 weeks, cooking, cleaning, helping her get around. My dad barely mentioned it, but one evening while I was at the sink, he said something quietly. I just hoped one of you would figure it out. I asked him what he meant. He shook his head, changed the subject. 4 months later, he died in his sleep. No warning, just gone. After the funeral, we were sitting in my parents' living room, going through old photos with my mom. She got up and came back with something in her hand. A small notebook. She said she would found it in his desk. She set it on the table. My brother picked it up first. Inside, my dad had written down every time he asked one of us for help, the date, what he asked, who came, who didn't, no blame, no lecture. Just quiet notes in his handwriting, like he was tracking something only he needed to know. And on the very last page, one line. Now I know who will stay. Nobody said anything for a long time. My brothers put the notebook down. One cleared his throat. The other started talking about something else. I couldn't stop staring at his handwriting. That was over a year ago. I still go to my mom's every few days. We have dinner. I help with whatever needs doing. Sometimes we just sit and don't say much. Last week I was in the kitchen making her tea, and she called out from the other room. You know, he always said you were the one who paid attention. I didn't answer right away. I just stood there holding the kettle. If you are the one in your family who always shows up, you already know exactly how this feels.